Hello, friends. I'm State Representative Jonathan Fritz. I proudly represent the 111th District comprising Wayne and Susquehanna counties. But friends, today I'm in Harrisburg at the PA Farm Show, and boy, it's a busy day. Now, as we do every year, we kind of wander about and we try to find some stands that really have something special or something unique, something different. And sometimes I hear this mentioned to me. They say, "Fritzy, you're kind of nuts." So I was drawn to this particular stand. It's the Paintsville Nut Growers Association. I'm hanging here with Frank and Jere. So Jere, if you don't mind, maybe tell us how many different types of nuts there are, which ones are native to Pennsylvania, which ones grow best, and just give us some of the background.
Okay, black walnut and hickory, shellbark and shagbark are native to Pennsylvania, so they probably do the best of any. We also grow pecans, which is a southern crop, but there's varieties that do very well in Pennsylvania, the northern. Filberts traditionally have not done well here because of eastern filbert blight, but there's a lot of research going to conquer that disease, so I would expect that filberts would be a crop that probably would be grown in Pennsylvania in the future.
Well, all right. Well, that sounds good. That sounds exciting. Now, Jere, are you a nut farmer?
Yes, I'm a hobby nut farmer.
A hobby nut farmer. Okay. So maybe give us a little snapshot as to your farm, how many trees you have, what it looks like, what kind of machinery you're using.
Well, I don't have enough for mechanical harvesting, so it's.
So you're picking by hand?
Yes, there's a tool that you can roll on the ground that picks them up, that makes hand harvesting a lot easier. I have about 30 trees that are bearing, probably another 20 that are not bearing, give or take a few.
Interesting. Now, how about our good man Frank here? Frank, now you also are a nut farmer?
Yes, my wife basically took over her parents' farm up in Schuylkill County. We have basically the black walnuts, English walnuts, and we even grow some almonds up in Schuylkill County, believe it or not. It's a northern variety, and we have 2 trees, and they do produce.
Awesome.
We probably have about 14 to 16 nut trees ourselves. Our main thing is our fruit orchard.
Now, do you guys have a sense, how many nut farms are there in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? Are we talking dozens, hundreds?
I would say dozens.
Dozens?
There's probably a lot of guys that have just 1 or 2 trees, but to take it to the next level, there's probably not terribly many.
Well, here's where my mind is going. We know how important nuts are to a healthy and balanced diet. So I would envision that in the future there's going to be increased demand for nuts. Do you think that the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania can be that source, that place where we see more nut commercial activity?
Yeah, with better varieties, like I mentioned, the hazelnuts is going to be a crop that's going to be, I think, viable in the future. Our organization is always looking for better varieties that bear consistently, that are easy to crack, and don't have disease problems. And there's a lot of good stuff on the horizon.
Well, I'd like to hear that. So we're going to finish up with 2 things. Number one, do you have a website? How can we look up the Pennsylvania Nut Growers Association?
We sure do. It's PennsylvaniaNutGrowers.org, I think it is. If you just go under PNGA, you can see it on there. We do have a site on there.
Awesome. Okay.
And we're always looking for new members. Membership fee is only $20 a year, and sit in on classes and stuff. Tomorrow they'll have some speakers upstairs in one of the rooms explaining about nut growing.
Okay, great. And I guess we'll finish up with this. Your favorite type of nut?
Shagbark hickory.
Shagbark hickory. Okay, you heard it here, friends. Shagbark hickory. And Frank?
That's right. Mine probably, I'm going to say probably English walnuts.
English walnut.
Yeah. Now, talking about shagbark, you can also make shagbark syrup, which our friends across the road here also do. They strip the bark and make a syrup with it.
Interesting.
So you can use it for the nuts and the syrup.
Okay. So I guess it's kind of a theme here, but we're learning a lot about nuts today in Harrisburg. If you ask my wife, what's your favorite kind of nut? She'll say my husband, John. Friends, coming to you live from Pennsylvania, State Representative Jonathan Fritz. Thank you very much.